Petronio?
First of all, I'd like to thank you and everyone involved in the collaboration on the work group for seclusion and restraint. It is not going to work without everybody working together on this. And speaking as an individual board member, I can say I'm not going to be in support of taking anything away this school year, no matter how much we don't like it, the seclusion and restraint, because we don't have anything to replace it, and we don't have applicants beating down the door to come in and support, and that's why I keep pressing on increasing pay for temporary employees and for substitutes, because we've got to, I think, explore every single opportunity we can. No educator, no support staff wakes up in the morning to say, I want to go and seclude or restrain a student. No one. And I know it's very detrimental to their own mental health when they have to do that. So I appreciate the union and for all working on solutions to this. I think we have to keep this in mind as we approach the budget this year and make sure our county partners hear us loud and clear what a crisis special education is in this county. And I appreciate Dr. Martirano's efforts in trying to bring us back, because we were at a deficit in special education. We're not anywhere close to where we should be. We're not. And anyone that thinks that special education is getting more than they should is delusional and not well informed. So I want every educator to know that I am fully in support of whatever we can do, and I will be advocating at the top of my lungs for more funding for special education, especially in this election year. We've got to leverage it because deficits in special education impact the entire classroom. When you have students that are out of control, unable to get what they need, the entire learning environment is impacted. So I can assure you that I will be shadowing some educators in the very near future. We've been in contact because I want to relay this personally. I want them to know that we hear them and we see them. So thank you.
Okay, I just want to make a short comment. It's really heartbroken to see the pictures you're sharing, Ms. Morris. I really encourage Dr. Martirano and to work with you to find some solution to address that. And we're looking forward to some change and improvement in this area. Thank you. And Ms. Damasmo.
I agree wholeheartedly with both of my colleagues, especially Ms. Petronio. I mean, I don't know what more to add other than that the lack of funding that we're providing to special education, unfortunately, didn't just happen. We've been doing this, we've dug this hole for years. And you know what I'm saying? And every year it gets worse, and I'm preaching the choir. Every year it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And we all sit around and it's like, okay, well, that's where we don't put more money. I would like to see us really fully fund. Wouldn't that be a novel concept, to fully fund special education? The challenge we have is right now the staffing shortage. So this is going to be tricky, but I don't think that there's any reason that we shouldn't try. And I appreciate that you are coming with solutions to us. I think that's incredibly important. And I want to ask, if it's okay, ask you a few questions. So do you have an idea of how many staff we have in HCPSS who have their certification in special education but are not teaching in a special education capacity?
I've asked for that, we have it.
We do have that.
Yeah. I've asked for that along the way, and we have it.
I have seen it. I don't know off the top of my head, but I have seen it. It's not like an outrageous number, I don't think.
No, there is so let me repeat your question because it's extremely important. It's part of my analysis of our staff. You're asking for the general educators who possess a special education certification, and there are enough of those that would cover all the vacancies and more within our school district overall. But yes, we have a very high number of staff who have the endorsement, the certification, who've made decisions not to use that certification because they do not want to teach in the special education arena. So
well,
yes.
I think it would be helpful and important for us, either as a board or your staff or you personally, to sit down with those particular educators to figure, you know what I'm saying? Because we have to be solution oriented and figure out why aren't you doing it. I have heard of some who did have certification and could not get a job for whatever reason, I don't know, could not. So I mean, if they're staff.
Ms. Damasmo, your time is out.
Well,
so I just want to let you finish.
Okay, Ms. Morris, quickly. So do you have any?
Can you not start a new question?
You know what? We will talk personally,
Okay.
if that's okay with you.
Thank you.
Can I just answer what you were just
Sure.
talking about with that? So I don't know what the number is, right? But I do know that we have lost staff that wanted to get out of special ed. They've gone to other counties. There was a situation recently where we were going to lose a phenomenal paraeducator because she was so injured that we had to move her to a different position. So I don't know why people make the decisions that they make, but I have to tell you, if I were one of these people, I'd be out.
Yeah.
I'd be out. Like, it's not sustainable. It's just not. It's
Thank you,
Thank
Ms.
you.
Morris.
not.
Thank
I
you.
think the other thing, if I may piggyback on Ms. Delmont Small's question and Ms. Catronio's points, one thing that Ms. Catronio has brought before the board in the past has been discussion of sprinkling. So this is a special education issue, and from there, it cascades into other areas because we're setting some of these students up for situations where they're going to be triggered by surrounding them with more students with situations like sprinkling at the elementary levels. So there are, it's kind of a web. The special education and the staffing is the issue, but there are so many offshoots of this that we really look forward to working with the board and central office leadership to really come to some agreement and some solutions on this.
Thank you, Ms. Schmidt. I don't see other hands raised, so this concludes your appointment, Ms.
And I
Hart.
would encourage you
Morris.
all to get out into the schools and absorb this yourselves.
Thank you. Now with the appointment with Howard County Association of Supervisors.